Welcome to the TED Ed Podcast, where we delve into the issues that shape our daily lives and drive our productivity. We confront topics that matter deeply to all of us, from healthcare and affirmative action to voting rights and monetary success and failure. We cover it all. And yes, we dive into the complex world of politics, exploring how our country has evolved from slavery to the 21st century. Our content is crafted with care and expertise, drawing from years of experience in these critical areas. We invite you to give the TED Ed podcast a listen. You won't be disappointed. Share your thoughts with friends and confidants, and don't forget to like, comment, and share our episodes. Your engagement helps us grow and reach more listeners. Are you passionate about these topics? Do you have unique insights to share? You could be one of our guest speakers. Drop us a line, send an email, or leave a comment. All requests will be considered. Join us on this journey of exploration and understanding. This is the TED Ed Podcast. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
Hey people, we on the air. We on the air, we on the air, we on the air. I saw something today that really tripped my trigger, made me feel damn good ever since I saw it. But before that, man, I was out in the damn dumps and everything trying to figure out what the hell was going on. But people, sometimes when things happen and people do shit and everything, eventually the stuff gonna come back and bite you in the behind. You just keep on living, and it's gonna bite you if it's some bad crap. Now, yesterday, our esteemed president invited the Vlad, they call him now, they call him Vlad, over to over to Alaska. And now we got people out there and stuff making distinctions between what he did with Zelensky and how he treated the Russian president, Vlad. He damn near kissed his ass. If Putin had turned over, he had pulled his pants down, Trump would have got down there and kissed his behind. It looked like that's what he would have done.
Why you say that, Ed? Why you say that?
All he had to do was pull them pants down, and he would have leaned over and kissed his behind. He flies in. His plane is 10 times better than Trump plane, the U.S. Air Force plane. Beautiful plane, man. He flies in with it, with the USSR on it, a CCCP on the side of it. Huge thing, man. Oh, beautiful. Then the knucklehead, they showed pictures of our military, the strongest military in the world, over there on their knees in front of this man's plane with the ramp, on their knees laying out a red carpet for this rascal. That was absolutely humiliating. But that's not even the beginning of this whole thing. He comes down, and old Daddy Trump, when he walks down there, they sitting there with simultaneous pictures showing up to see who was going to walk off their plane first. And Vlad, I guess he said, I'm going to let this chump walk off the plane first. It's like, in a big arena and stuff when you got a big football game going on and everybody's sitting there at the entrance and stuff and everything, wanting to let the other team go out first and then the other one to come out last. Well, that's what they had going on. Then finally, Trump just got off the plane and tripped on down there, got on the red carpet that he had made our troops and stuff get on their knees and lay down for him, and just walked around nervous as a whore in church. He walking around all over the mat. When is he coming down? When is he coming down? You can tell he's sitting around there looking, and finally, old Vlad got off the plane, and our president leader of the free world, is down there just clapping for him. Oh, I'm glad you're here, Vlad. I'm glad you're here. And he comes over, and Vlad walks over there to him and everything, nice and strong and everything. And he shakes his hand, and he got his little hand inside Trump's hand, his little hand, a little fat, chubby hand, and just shakes his hand, and he just all happy. You can see, man, he was just, oh, whew, that was something else. But the day before the thing, Trump had promised that he was going to get a peace agreement from Putin, so he can take back there and tell the European Union and Zelensky that he got an agreement and stuff with Putin. Well, they spent 4 hours together, and Trump didn't get shit. Matter of fact, he got embarrassed. They got pictures of these news folks and stuff sitting there right outside their newsroom after they threw the news media out, and our people and Trump was sitting inside their room, and they said that they have never seen our folks look so damn nervous coming in and out of their room. They walk out the room and go back in, walk out the room and go back in. And his communications expert walked out of the room, and they said girlfriend had the palest look on her face that she could see. It must have been, Trump must have been getting his ass tore out, because she didn't say a word. She was pale as a ghost, they said. And then she got a little breath and everything and walked back in. After it was all over, they sat up there and had a news conference, and Trump didn't say shit. He maybe a couple of words, that's about it. Vladimir did all the talking. He ain't did shit. He ain't selling nothing. He ain't told him what the hell he wanted. And he said he wanted some land that he hadn't even invaded yet, and that they better give it to him. He gets back on this plane and takes off. But, Ted, guess what? I don't know if you remember, but I do. In 2024, during the election cycle, what the hell happened between Kamala Harris and Trump on the debate stage? What did she tell that Salvagon, the anti-American people on the debate stage? She looked him in the face and told him that he was shit, that the people around there in the outside world was laughing at his ass, and that if he ever had a meeting with Putin, that he was going to eat his fucking lunch. And that's what the hell happened yesterday. Now, that made me feel damn good, because I kept going on my mind, and this news program put it out there. The Midas Touch said, listen to this. And he played that shit 2 or 3 times, and she dogged him out real bad. And exactly what she said is what happened yesterday. That son of a gun got his lunch handed to him by Vladimir Putin. And he looked like he was, oh my God, he embarrassed us. Just like she said, you are going to embarrass us on the national scene. And he did it. Everything she said, Ted, go back and play it. I wish I had it. Matter of fact, I'm going to pull that thing up, and at the end of our show here that I'm going to post up there on YouTube, I'm going to link that daggone. Matter of fact, I'm going to paste that whole daggone, that statement that she said in the timeline. So you folks and stuff who listen to this show, when you listen to it all the way to the end, because I'm going to have Kamala Harris exact words and stuff on this show.
Okay.
I'm going to put it on at the end. I'm going to find it. I'm going to pull it down, and I'm going to paste that daggone thing into our show at the end. What she said to him. And you and everybody out there who looking at it, please look at that and tell me if that's not exactly what the heck happened yesterday. she looked that rascal in the face and told him what was going to happen. The American people, this is what's going to happen to you. And Putin ate his clock. Oh, but that's what made me so happy, Ted. That's why I felt very, very good after that. After I saw that, girlfriend predicted that this stuff was going to happen, and it did. He is a weak sister. He is an embarrassment to the United States of America. An
He said it was a
embarrassment.
10, Ed.
Huh?
He said that meeting was a 10. That's what he said. A great success.
It was.
That's what he said.
When did he say it? He couldn't have said it afterwards. You know, people know he and Putin went back. Matter of fact, the day before that, Putin told him what he was going to tell him. He said, "I'm not giving up nothing." So I'm going to go ahead and meeting with these fools, and I'm not going to give up anything. Matter of fact, I'm going to get more. I'm going to ask them for more than what they telling me that they're going to give me. I'm going to ask them for territory that I haven't got, and he said I'm going to allow them to continue to speak their own language when I take it and invade them. Theodore, we're in trouble. Big trouble. Now, I don't know how he gonna get himself out of this. How he gonna go back over, because he's supposed to be going back over and letting Zelensky talk to him about the peace agreement and what he's supposed to give him. But I'm pretty sure that he's gonna probably try to dog Zelensky out and everything, just like he did last time. Act like he's a big dog. But if I'm Zelensky, I'm gonna look his butt in the face and tell me you didn't do shit over there with that man. That man wiped your clock, and you sitting out here telling us that you did something. You ain't done a damn thing and stuff, but give away every damn thing you did. Matter of fact, you just like one of them little bitch dogs out there in the street that come out there and be tooting their asses up and everything to get screwed. I'm sorry, people, I said it. You seen them, Ted. They come out, they took their little booty up there and everything again. That's how he was, just like that. He just tooted this little behind up there. So come on, you get whatever you want. Oh, people, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be saying all this about our president, but it's the truth. It's the damn truth. I'm done, Ted. What you got, man? I'm done for a while. I done said enough. I had to get this off my chest. You must be speechless here. You ain't ready to say anything.
No. The thing is that this is what I always look at it. I look at the reality, in my opinion, what's really going on. Let me tell you what's going on. Russia is broke, bro. Russia is broke. They hurting. So, I always look at the numbers. And they got 146 million people, but their population is going down because, number one, according to the statistics, they're aging. And they have very low birth weight. They're not growing. And right now, they have what they call white Russians. White Russians. And there's about 77% of these white Russians. That's what they call them, white Russians. The rest of them are, minorities. They call them minorities. They don't have, they population of black folks is like 0.01.
0.0001.
Yeah, probably. But they're supposed to have pretty close to, But here's the whole cup and the tea. The thing that really got me. is that their whole thing is they call themselves Orthodox Christians. And about 65%, 75 are Orthodox Christians. Now, they call them, they're not a Christian nation, but, they're a secular nation because they have over 25 million Muslims living there. So, and out of the millions Christians, there's 102 million Orthodox Christians, 102. Now, Slavs is what they really are. And they settled in Russia about 1,500 years ago. But when you look at all the breakdown, they give you the breakdown of all the different ethnic groups, and they have a ton of 35 official languages, and they have over 100 spoken languages. So it's a lot of different ethnic people there.
Mm-hmm.
And but like I said, the main thing is, here's what I think is going to happen. The reason why, I don't know if you heard the news, all their little news talking about, oh, the Russian people, it's about time, they respected Putin. They gave him the red carpet with the United States and all of that, and gave him some notoriety. So the Russian people are very pleased with that because they have been sort of kind of ostracized because of Putin's crap. But they love, to a certain degree, 47.
Mm-hmm.
Because he treat him, like he's got some kind of, this
Power.
man is we know what he is, he's a murderer. He's a war criminal.
Mm-hmm.
However, they're feeling pretty good about it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's the thing, this is what I think is going to happen. Because, I don't know I know you know this. The so-called, I'm putting that in quotes, the so-called white folks population is going down. Going down. All over the world. All over Europe, going down. Russia don't get along with, of course, the Europeans, the English people. And I'm believing this. This is what I'm thinking. I ain't believing. I'm speculating. I'm just making a mild prediction that he's gonna start allowing the Russians to come over here because most of them, like I said, they're white, and the white people here is going down. Over, millions every year. Millions of white people are dying off. Old age. We're not producing anymore. We're under the producing table. So in the next year or two, he keep on trying to make like Putin is a good guy and blah blah this and blah blah that, and he and all that. He gonna pretty soon he gonna say we're gonna open the door for the Russians to come here. That's my prediction.
News flash, Ted.
Okay.
They already here.
Oh, I know that.
They already here.
Yeah.
We have a huge population of Russians in almost every major city in the United States, including Atlanta, including LA, including Chicago, including New York. They are huge populations of that. They already there. They are, and yes, you're right. Russia does not have a whole heck of a lot of money, but guess what? Those BRICS countries are propping them up. India, China are propping them up. That's why they're buying that oil and everything from Russia. And they're putting money and stuff into their pocket. But guess what's going on? Zelensky knows this. This morning, last night or whatever, he bombed another one of their uh, oil fields that they have where they pumping oil out, the oil refineries and stuff and everything. He just hit another one. He done hit two already, and he hit another one. And he's trying to stop that oil and stuff and everything because he understands that that is what is powering Russia and stuff and everything is their ability to sell oil. And they've been buying, and China has been buying a huge amount of oil and stuff from them. India is buying a huge amount of oil and stuff from them. That's why Trump put that 50% tariff on India because of their oil sale. He didn't bother China because China's buying even more oil from Russia than India is. But he bothered India because he figured they was a weak sister. So, and they have a lot of other countries and stuff and everything who are bordering Russia who are trading with them. And that's the only way he's been able to keep this daggone war going and everything is because of that. And if it wasn't for them and it wasn't for Iran and all the other folks around them and stuff doing that, he could not survive. But he put on a good show yesterday, a damn good show. And Trump, just like you said, made him and the Russian people feel proud of their damn self. And that stuff that happened yesterday on Friday and stuff and everything, Putin going back to Russia and stuff and everything on a high note because he done got the U.S. president and stuff to bow down to him and almost to kiss his feet. And they watched it happen. So the war is probably going to still keep on going, Ted. I don't know. I don't know if Ukraine's going to be able to stay in the game and stuff and everything right now. But I don't think that if this meeting with Zelensky is going to do any good, or the European Union is going to do any good. But I believe that war is going to still go on. Zelensky better get ready for a long, drawn-out war, because Putin ain't going to give up.
Well, I'm gonna say this again. And this is just my own opinion. And this is what I think. The reason why he's going into the black community is that the drug lords, the black drug lords, have gotten a lot slicker now. They're not as wide open, all that. They're doing their business, and a lot of people, and we already know that millions of people like to take drugs. Millions. So they like their cocaine, they like all of those, they little pills, all that stuff. So what they're doing is really going, intimidating people and really going into trying to stop all these people that's making all this money under the table. Because it's an industry now, it's a big industry, big time. And that's in LA, that's in Chicago, that's in DC, that's in a whole lot of other states. And so I think this is right here is using the government to take over those types of people because they ain't the ones that they want to make the money. And I think what it is those Russians. That's just my opinion. And you have the cartel because a lot of these drug lords, getting their drugs from the cartel. But you got the Russians. So this is the game they playing. And, it's all about the money, bro. And then, with all this money laundering going on, especially when you got the cyber and all that kind of stuff. So this is what's happening. It's a whole lot of stuff that's going on that us everyday people don't know about and don't know what's going on. And, it's like crazy because, when you all of a sudden you see all these different shootings and stuff like that, and you think the person, oh, he just crazy or he's a white racist and all that. There's a reason for all this mess, everything that's going on. But let me change the subject because I know You feeling uncomfortable?
No, I'm not feeling uncomfortable. I'm listening to everything you were saying because all of those things, things that I'm talking about, they are little bitty pieces and stuff and everything that's sitting out there, and they're using all those pieces and everything to stay afloat. Russia
Right.
is staying in power because they're taking advantage of each and every one of those things you're talking about. They're taking advantage of crime, all big time crime, going in and breaking into to these banks, stealing this cryptocurrency. Russia's behind some of that stuff.
Yeah.
They stealing all this stuff and everything. They're using theft and they're doing everything they can and stuff and everything to stay afloat. They're using their oil that they have. They're using their hopefully their precious metals that they're using to try to stay afloat and everything.
And you know
All these
what Putin
things are
is
put.
saying? Thank you for tearing down all your safeguards.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Those things are helping them to survive. Each and every one of those little pieces, they are surviving on that. They are learning how to survive like black folks did or have been. Learning how to survive.
I'm gonna change the subject anyway, but
Go ahead.
so you know, every once in a while I get my Florida Sentinel, and so you know, it was a lady, elderly lady who was on the city council, and she died.
Mm-hmm.
So now they need to replace this on the 5th district, which is supposed to be all black mostly. And guess how many candidates running for this office? 13.
I was gonna say about 10.
I'm gonna say this, Ed. Maybe you might have a more better insight than me. But I do stuff by the numbers to a certain degree, and you would think that they would get together, either draw straws or something, because you know it's going to be a sprinkle of. I'm looking at all the names. I don't know who's white, who's black. I know I see a Latino name here, and you would think that they would say, okay, we want a black person to fill this district because it's a black district. So let's draw straws or let's debate each other and we'll figure out among ourselves who should run. But now all of them out there campaigning, trying to get money so that they can, you know, and you got some Republicans, some Democrats, whatever. And I'm just saying to myself, man, this right here don't make no damn sense. And they did the same thing, you was here, did the same damn thing for the damn Congress position. You know, I don't get it, man. And that happened in St. Louis. And I'm saying, why can't these people come together and say, we have to have somebody who's going to take care of our community and make sure we get our dollars, make sure we get treated correctly, make sure our schools are funded properly, and who's going to fight for the community. But now they're going to spend all their money and fight each other to get this little seat. I don't get it.
I understand it. I totally understand it. I totally understand it, Ted. And if I'm in that group that they are in, it's going to be easier for me to win than if it was only 3 or 4 people in there.
I just don't get it, Ed.
Well, it's everybody wants power, Ted, and in power and especially in politics, there's money in that. and everybody knows all the way to the federal government. You win that seat, the seat doesn't pay, but probably, I'm gonna give you an example. The Texas state representatives who run for those seats and stuff there in the Texas state representative, their salary is $600 a month. That's $7,200 a year. But they fight for that daggone thing, and people are running for it to get that $600 seat because they know once they get that seat, there's power in that seat. And they can get rich in that seat because somebody's going to pay them some money for their vote. Somebody is going to pay them some money to get some influence and stuff and everything on a bill that's on the floor. It may not even pass, but there is so much money that is in politics, Ted, and everything. These folks are getting rich on these seats. I mean, absolutely rich. The money is flowing. And even in the state legislators, the money is flowing. Even in these commission seats, the money is flowing. People will pay to get some influence and stuff from those elected officials. And that's why they all running for that seat, because there's power in that daggone thing and they know it. I don't care if it ain't nothing but on the school board. There's power there because somebody's going to put some money under the table in your pocket. And if you don't believe me and stuff and everything, how strong that a school board and stuff is and everything, and what happened on a school board, if you in charge of the school board and if you sitting on that daggone board and stuff and everything, you are in charge of a lot of damn money, depending on how large the school district is. If you've got a school district as large as Los Angeles or New York or Chicago and everything, those people who are sitting on those daggone boards got billions of dollars and stuff that they in charge of. And the suppliers and stuff and everything to supply the food that goes in there, somebody going to give you some extra money so they can get that bid. You got a building that's getting ready to go up, or you got some people and stuff and everything who are cleaning the building up. There's companies that's doing that. The bus service and stuff, they're going to pay you for the advantage of being able to do that service and everything, the bus service for the school, for the food service for the school. There's a fight for it, and they know it. And these people are paying these folks money under the table. Nobody's saying anything, but that's what's happening. Big money, just like Trump. He done doubled his daggone wealth, damn near tripled his wealth, and he ain't been off for 6 months. It's money. He's getting money. He's bringing in money. All the folks, they bringing in money. They got power. And power is money. So anyway, Texas.
What about Texas?
I watched Joy Reid yesterday. Joy Reid's show yesterday. She had on one of the representatives from the district and stuff that the Texas governor and the Secretary of State and the Attorney General and stuff from thing are trying to gerrymander their district so they can take away 2 seats out of the 4 seats that they're gerrymandering.
I thought they were going after 5 seats.
Well, this down to 4. They can't get that 5th one in because they can't cut them daggone things up. Man, them districts and stuff, man, look like snakes. It's like a snake, man. They got them things wraggling in between and around and going all the way down and around and cutting this stuff out, man.
Are you saying that they know every household?
Yes, they're doing that. They're doing this. And guess what? They're only doing it to the areas where the black folks is at.
Yeah.
That's it. Big as that state is, they're the only ones. They got these little bitty areas around Houston and around Dallas that they are gerrymandering. The
Well,
rest
wait a
of the
minute.
the rest of the congressional district, they haven't even bothered. It's just those,
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
just those
Wait a
two.
minute. Voting don't count, bro.
Hey,
That's
but
what they keep telling us. You
they
know,
got, and then they sit down there fighting them, and they fight it because they're saying that they can't gerrymander this state. And they asked the Democratic committee and stuff who filed the lawsuit against them and everything, you need to put race in there. And they said, no, we can't do that because it doesn't sound right. People don't like race. The Supreme Court has already thrown out these lawsuits and everything because they're saying that gerrymandering is okay. But if you throw in the word racism and everything, then that gives a whole different viewpoint on gerrymandering. Because it is so damn obvious that it's race-ted, it's the crack shame. I mean, it is in all of the black folks in the state of Texas are
if it's not
concentrated.
race, well, don't they have proof that they got the numbers and they got the
They got the
people
numbers, they got
addresses and
everything.
everything?
But the people who filed the lawsuit, Ted, didn't put race in that in the daggone lawsuit. Didn't add race as a, you know, as a statement and stuff and everything, or what the heck is wrong with it. It's wrong because of how they did the gerrymandering, but they did it on racial lines, not anything else, because the rest of the state, man, it's got white folks and everything around it. They haven't bothered them. They just bothered this one little area where the majority of the folks and stuff there is black people. I mean, it's so obvious. All you have to do is look at the map. And then look at the whole map of Texas. No other area outside those black areas have been messed with. None of them. Just that area around Houston and Dallas. And one of them, two of them are from with Jasmine Crockett, and the other one is for Al Green's district. They gerrymandered their district to crap. So Al Green got to fight a Hispanic now for his seat. Because they had a bunch of Hispanic folks and stuff in there, and then cut the black folks up and moved them into other areas, other districts. they cut them up, man. They use they didn't have a knife. Them people had a scalpel. It looked bad to him. I'm telling you, it looked bad. It looked bad. Anybody with any kind of sense, man, would have thrown that shit out. Any judge would throw it out if they had to put
Voting
race
don't
in.
matter, Ed. Voting don't matter.
Shit if it don't. The shit if it don't.
Dude, these 89 million people that didn't vote don't matter.
Hey man,
It don't matter.
if they don't vote this next election, I think there's something wrong with them, Ted. We might well just throw them out the daggone, put them out to pasture.
It
Put
don't
them out
matter,
the,
bro. You know,
put
because they
them
ain't
out
going to
the,
do nothing for me. And,
put
you
them
know,
out to pasture, man,
here's the
because
thing, though. Here's the
they,
thing. You know, Ed, the thing is, bro, you got black folks dogging each other all on the internet because of some trivial shit that somebody said or what they think that has happened, or they're against me. I'm talking about political shows, talking about they said this and they tried to stop us, because we got 1 million followers and they trying to stop us and all that. Man, they act like MSNBC. I'm telling you, they act like MSNBC. They are on cable. Therefore, people that have cable can listen to them or not listen to them. But if you're giving out wrong or misinformation, a person has a right to come at you. Just like they have a right to come at other people. There's a whole lot of people getting out there that's giving misinformation and fabricating shit. That's what they're doing. I'm talking about black folks, white folks, all of that. They making up shit, telling lies, and then trying to defend themselves like they bringing the truth. just because you don't like their ideology or you don't like their politics, you know. And the thing is that the one thing that you have to realize. Here's the thing that I respect about these so-called white wings. They all got different tints themselves, just like the Democrats. But you know what? They voting on one accord. You got the Democrats eating each other up. You got the liberals and so-called black progressives, and you got all of this stuff going on, and they're eating each other up. They're eating them up on their own shows. They're eating them up out in public. All of that. Because what is the main goal that they're trying to get? What are the Democrats trying to get? Because now your boy Hakeem,
That ain't my boy. Hey, that's your boy.
you've
Don't
been talking about
don't put that Negro on me.
That's your boy.
Don't put that Negro on me.
Wait a minute. This dude was raised to be a what do they call him? ADOS or something like that. African. That's the. I can't even think of what they call themselves, but he was raised on that. Basically, almost like a Black Panther, but more, eccentric when it comes to blackness. And then he changed his whole demeanor when he become a congressperson because he playing politics. But what is the goal for these people? What are we trying to do here? What is the Democrats trying to do? What is their goal? I hear them talking about healthcare all the time. I hear them talking about justice, and I hear them talking about education. But what is their goal? Because when it comes to the Republicans, they talking about money. That's what they're talking about. They're talking about money. And so that's what people are looking at.
They had a documentary a couple of nights ago that I saw, and it showed the election, how Barack Obama won the election to be president of the United States. And nobody in the Democratic Party has tried to reproduce what the heck he did. When you got somebody who is very successful at what they have done, you would think that somebody would pick up and use part of what the hell they did to become successful as they did. You don't have to do everything, but pick up some of the things that he did. When you look at him, Ted, and I compare him with Hakeem Jeffries, okay? I compare him with Hakeem Jeffries. I don't see it. Yeah, I don't see Hakeem anywhere in his. Anywhere he's not even in his. He's not nowhere in his section. Nowhere at all.
This man. The thing is, here's the thing that I don't understand, and you're right. I don't understand this. In basketball, they call it copycat league.
Right.
If they see somebody doing something, they're going to copycat. In business, they call it copycat. If I see somebody making success, then I'm going to copycat that and make it better for me.
Absolutely. So, and you take what they did, Ted, and you enhance it into your thing.
There you go.
Make it yours. You take what they did and then make it yours.
Yeah.
And that's what you have to do. But I don't see that happening.
None of that happened.
None of this going on.
Hillary Clinton didn't do it.
She didn't. And she lost because she didn't.
Yeah.
His thing and stuff and everything, Ted, was that everybody and every vote mattered. And he had volunteers that...
all over the country.
Absolutely. All over the country.
They was having house parties.
They are doing everything they could. And he would call in a lot of time to different sections of the daggone country and talk to the people and stuff, what they need to do, how they doing it, and know what they doing. And most of the folks and stuff there, he knew some of the people by name because he had been introduced to them. These are the folks who are doing this stuff and everything. And he gave them the power to be able to do what they needed to do in this particular district or this particular area, because they knew more about that area than he did. He didn't know about that area. He depended upon them to go out there, find out what needed to be done, and they did what had to be done, and they told him, say, hey, when you come here, this is what's going on. And that's how he spoke to the folks. And he was very friendly with everybody. White, black, pink, purple, or whatever. He can sit down there and talk to them and stuff, and it was like, it wasn't fake, it was like smooth. You my friend, I'm this, that was his mantra and everything, and he had that. He had that friendliness about him, and people just gravitated toward him. Now, when you watch Hillary, she should have, when she ran for the first time after he had entered his presidency, she could have did the same thing he did, but she didn't. She did not follow any part of his playbook. She didn't listen to any of his people and stuff out there. She brought her own folks in there, and the same people who lost her the election to him in 2008, those are the same people that she brought with her in 2016.
Yep.
They lost to Barack Obama, but she brought them on. She didn't bring any of Barack's people and stuff in there. And she brought David Plouffe in there at the last damn minute. She should have had him at the beginning of it.
The last minute brought him in. I remember that.
The last minute she brought him in there. She knew she was losing, and she brought him in there. And it was too late for him. Because David, his theory and stuff is long term. And I'm looking at Hakeem. And I can't do. I don't know how he gonna make it. I really don't. We're gonna lose this daggone house if he doesn't get his shit together.
He was on the business channel, MS, whatever it is, and I'm gonna tell you, man, he sounded really bad, bro. Only thing he talked about was healthcare. He didn't even talk about business. I said, is he going to talk about business? Is he going to talk about the small business people? Or is he going to talk about mid-sized business? Is he going to talk about the communities, about jobs and all that? No. All he talked about most of it is just healthcare. And the guy was trying to have a conversation with him. Then he cut the damn conversation short. Say, this all you got? Basically, that's all you got?
If he is not careful, they are going to move him out of that speaker, that majority leader role. Minority leader role.
Who they gonna put?
Somebody.
Yeah, somebody. Who they gonna put?
Hey, somebody. Somebody is better than him. Because I don't see it, man. I really don't see it. He's not very friendly.
I ain't feeling him, man. I think that what it
I
is,
don't. I
thought that he might so much money from AIPAC, and he's following their lead. He's
following everything they tell him to do. That's why he's sitting down there and against this Zamdami, who's going to be the mayor of New York. Now, he is a outsider, but he done something to excite his voters because he got people to vote for him. And they like what he's saying, and he's a very likable person. And guess who called him up and talked to him?
Who?
Barack Obama. He called him up.
Yeah, I've seen something like that.
he called him and talked to him. He called him and talked to him, and I'm pretty sure he praised him for what he was doing. Go ahead on, my brother. You know, that's the kind of politician that people like. Somebody that's likable. Somebody who understands what your constituents are going through. So if he goes to South Carolina, he know he's supposed to have people down there who telling him about South Carolina. What the hell is important to the people in South Carolina, and be able to articulate those important issues. They may not be what you talk about up there in New York City in his district. You got to be flexible like that. And if you're not going to make it. Not to be the Speaker of the House.
I got two more things I want to talk about.
Go ahead.
And a lot of people have heard about this, but they didn't make no big stink out of it. Woman arrested for pretending to be a nurse. She treated more than 4,000 patients. White woman. See, this is the kind of shit that goes on, bro. When you white, you all right. They took her credentials like it was like she was really a nurse. Don't have any kind of semblance of training or nothing as a nurse. And she got a job. And she out there supposed to be a nurse. And she done took care of over 4,000 people over the years, or months, or whatever it's been. The thing is that it reminds me of that Madoff guy. It reminds me of that woman that supposed to have this special blood thing that supposed to be going on. It reminds me of all of those crooks that's out there that's doing all this. Just like that guy supposed to have this big old cyber money, all that. You know, the thing is that these people are doing things and talking about they got credentials and they honest people and then this and that. They had that one guy that had the cyber thing that went to jail, had billions of dollars, gave a lot of it to his girlfriend and turned around, you know, and they act like they don't know what these people are doing. And they don't check on these people. But let you be black, you'll be all over the news, 24/7. 24/7. I ain't heard, is there a big stink about this? No. They did that Madoff thing. Now you trying to tell me you up in the stock market, walking all around New York City, talking to these people, and you up in the stock market, and you talking to all these people, and people getting 20 and 30%. All he's doing is going from one account to the next, feeding them and getting more money. And you trying to tell me, you say, well, what trades did he do, bro? So you trying to tell me they didn't know this? I'm telling you, man, these people, they know a lot of stuff and they don't report it. And there's no way that we can find out. That's what we need to have. This is just my opinion. I'm going to throw this out there. We need to have some strong investigators, detectives in our community, because we don't know what they feeding our ass. We don't know what they doing to us. We don't know. I'm telling you, bro. It's all kind of stuff that's going on out there, man, that people are conniving and stealing and doing all kinds of things. And next thing you know, they multi-millionaires. And some of them are billionaires now. And the first thing that comes to mind is that damn Peter Thiel. Do you know that he took that concept that the government was doing, and he got all their information, and he started that business? Because the government was doing that because they was trying to say, hey, we need to be tracking these people because of security reasons. And then the court said, no, that's against the law. You can't do this. And now here we are. They're getting ready to do it all now. Track us down. know about every one of us. Now all of a sudden, because it's a self, people can do it now. Because the government ain't involved. So if a company or a deity or a certain part of the government use his program that he copied from the government that somebody really came up with because he didn't invent it. I'm just saying. Okay, here's my last story.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
My last story is
I'm listening.
Black Movie Hall of Fame unveils top 20 black films of all time.
Okay.
Who do you think is number one?
Probably the Shawshank Redemption.
Nope. That ain't even on the list.
It's not even on the list. Oh, yep, that's because it got a white man in it. But it's got Morgan Freeman in it. It must be a movie and stuff by that has something to do with Samuel L. Jackson, probably.
Nope.
Samuel L. Jackson movie not in there? All the movies he did?
Let me see if I see a Samuel L. Jackson movie. No, not one of his movies.
Oh, wow. Okay, you say the top black movies of all times. Probably a Sounder or somebody or that movie done that
Sounders on the list.
The Butler.
Sounders on the list.
Is the Butler in it?
Nope.
The Butler's not there. The one that did what Oprah did.
Nope.
Oh man. How did they pick up? How did they pick up?
Even on here.
Huh?
The Color Purple is not even on here.
It's not even there either.
Nope. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, it is. It's number 4.
Yeah, it got to be there, man. That's shoot. Color Purple, Sounder.
Sounder's on here. Claudine is on here. That's one of my favorite movies. Now, the one I'm upset with, they got here, and I never saw this one. OJ Made in America. Came out in 2016. They don't have Boomerang. To me, Boomerang, and then what's that other one? Waiting to Exhale. They don't have that one on here.
That's not there.
Nope.
Oh man.
The number 1 is Malcolm X.
Oh well. That's yeah.
They got 2 Spike Lee movies. That's 1 and 3. Do the Right Thing and Malcolm X.
Right, Do the Right Thing. Both of those were created by the same director.
Yeah, Spike Lee.
Yeah, Spike Lee. Yeah.
Black Panther is number 2.
Okay. I would have figured it might be the number 1, but number 2 is not bad for it. Black Panther.
What's that one that Denzel played the boxer? That should have been on there.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yep, he was a boxer and got put in jail for 25 years.
Yep.
Wrong conviction. Yep.
American Fiction. What is that? Oh, I remember that one. That's the one with. I don't know how that got on there. American Fiction. It was okay movie, but it wasn't that good.
Was Just Mercy in there? Just Mercy. That was by Jamie Foxx and Michael B. Jordan. Just Mercy. That's when they had the movie about that he was Jamie Foxx was down in Alabama. He used to, his job was cutting wood, and some white woman said that he raped her, and he spent almost 20-some years in jail because he was wrongly convicted.
No, that's not in here.
Just Mercy's not there? Man,
Yeah.
that's a black movie.
Superfly's on here.
Oh, yeah.
And Ray.
Ray's on there?
Yeah.
Okay. I kind of figured Ray was in there, but what about the other movie that Jimmy Fox did with Washington Girl?
What was the name of that movie?
Yeah, that was they had
Django.
Yeah, they had Samuel L. Jackson in there. Django's not in there.
Sinners is on here. Get Out is on here.
Wow.
I don't know why they put Moonlight. I never saw that movie, but I didn't like it.
I didn't. I got it, but I didn't look at it either because I don't like seeing. I shouldn't say that word, but
I know what you're talking about. That's why I didn't say it.
Yeah, I'm like Red Fox. Yeah, speaking of Red Foxes, that movie, that Red Fox and
Harlem Nights.
Richard Pryor, huh?
Harlem Nights is not on here.
Harlem Nights not there? Oh man.
Waiting to Exhale is not on here. Boomerang is not on here.
Wow.
Get Out is on here.
Who?
Get Out.
Get Out. Oh yeah, with the spook.
Yeah. Boys in the Hood is on here.
Oh, okay, yep. I can figure Boys in the Hood will be there with my boy, the director who died, the one who did Shaft. Is Shaft on there?
No.
Shaft not there? Oh
That's
man,
what
they doing? They even got Shaft on there.
They got Hoop
John
Dreams.
Singleton.
They got Hoop Dreams on here. I don't know who compiled this, but they really blew it, bro. They got about 5 movies that should be on here. That's all I got, bro.
Well, people, you folks have a damn good day, because I like I said, I just cannot get over what I talked about in the beginning. Our girlfriend just hit that note, man. She hit that note, and that note is still playing, and it's coming out, and it's ringing loud and clear. It's loud and clear. Go, Kamala. Speak to us from way back. Speak to us from the grave. She ain't gone, but them words she said was in the grave, but they done came back to haunt that boy.
What are you talking about?
Her telling Trump that his ass wasn't shit. Putin was gonna eat his lunch, clean his clock.
Well,
I'm still happy about that, Ted. It's going to be very interesting, Ted, what that Samarkand does in the next 3 or 4 days, and before he has that meeting with Zelensky. It's going to be very interesting what the heck he does, and what the rest of them people who were in that meeting are going to do. You know that they left a lot of the paperwork, and a lot of the meeting notes and all that kind of stuff was left in the hotel, and somebody picked it up, gave it to the news media. Yeah, gave it to the news media. And some of them things that happened inside that meeting, somebody going to open their mouth and say something about it. I'm telling you what's getting ready to happen. Somebody going to say, because there are too many people who was in that meeting. Too many of our folks was in that meeting, and I'm pretty sure that some of them folks over there from Russia is probably going to let that stuff slip out there to somebody and tell them what the heck happened inside that meeting, because it made Putin look damn good, and that they want to keep him looking good. So he's gonna, spoon feed some of that stuff to the news media, the American news media. some of that stuff gonna be coming out. And look for somebody to write a book about that shit that happened.
They said the
Could be-
thing wasn't but 15, 16 minutes.
Yeah, but they
And
can
they
make it
didn't
up.
take no
They
questions.
can make that. They can make it a very, very long novel and stuff and everything, because they go back to what led up to that thing. Because you got like two narratives that's going to be coming in there together. That's on Putin's side. Remember, once I got telling my part about what happened with Putin and everything, and you came in there and started telling about how the drugs and stuff have to do with that, and all this other stuff, and the oil that he's selling, and all the other things that he's doing to keep his country afloat. They're going to bring all that shit in and stuff, and then they're going to culminate into that Alaska meeting and what happened afterwards. It's going to be a nice novel, whoever does it.
If somebody really do it.
They're going to do it. They're going to make some money off of it. Somebody going to write it. Somebody going to write it, and it's going to be a biggie. It's going to be on the #1 bestseller this year too. Whoever does it. It's going to be there because they're going to want to see what the heck happened in that meeting with Trump and Putin. People going to want to know what happened because he gave up his ship. I'm telling you, man, that man came out, Trump came out of that meeting and everything, man. He was dejected. All kind of stuff was going on.
Let me ask you a question. I know it's time to go, but let me just say this. Where's his money?
Who?
Putin.
He got to hid away, man. That man worth $200 billion or more. He's probably got money, man, in all those industries and stuff that's in Russia, and he's probably got money in these banks in the United States under a soup deal. I bet you he's got some of his money right here in one of these banks here in the United States, and he probably got some money probably in Switzerland. He's probably got some money over there in the Cayman Islands. He probably got money all over this damn country under a pseudonym name. Because a lot of these banks and stuff, man, and all these outside countries, and especially in the Caribbean and stuff, and in Switzerland, it's secrecy and stuff when you start talking about their shit. It's secret. They do not divulge whose money is inside their banks, inside their vaults. And I bet you he got a safe deposit box somewhere around this world and stuff and everything, and there's probably billions of dollars in it. And he probably got some stock that he owns. I'd almost bet he does. He'd taken money, he done robbed from his country, and then put that money away. And a lot of those oligarchs there in Russia are paying him money so they can stay in power. So their whole government and stuff is based on what Trump is doing, paying him money for staying in power, paying him money for being able to do business inside their country. They are paying him to do business. Even the gangsters are probably paying Putin money to stay there. I bet you that's what's going on. He's getting a lot of money, man, coming in. A lot of money. Tomorrow, I got something to say to talk about Saudi Arabia. And it ain't about that daggone city of Nome either. Anyway, people, we are done for the day. We are way, way, way over our time. We are enjoying ourselves, and we hope that you guys who ever watch this thing, and like Mr. Hart was trying to tell you all yesterday, sign up, join, like it, do whatever. But give us some props here, people. Okay? Thank you. Bye-bye.
Support for Ukraine in this moment, but also as commander-in-chief, if elected, how would you deal with Vladimir Putin, and would it be any different from what we're seeing from President Biden?
Well, first of all, it's important to remind the former president you're not running against Joe Biden, you're running against me. I believe the reason that Donald Trump says that this war would be over within 24 hours is because he would just give it up. And that's not who we are as Americans. Let's understand what happened here. I actually met with Zelensky a few days before Russia invaded, tried through force to change territorial boundaries, to defy one of the most important international rules and norms, which is the importance of sovereignty and territorial integrity. And I met with President Zelensky. I shared with him American intelligence about how he could defend himself. Days later, I went to NATO's eastern flank, to Poland and Romania. And through the work that I and others did, we brought 50 countries together to support Ukraine in its righteous defense. And because of our support, because of the air defense, the ammunition, the artillery, the javelins, the Abrams tanks that we have provided, Ukraine stands as an independent and free country. If Donald Trump were president, Putin would be sitting in Kyiv right now. And understand what that would mean, because Putin's agenda is not just about Ukraine. Understand why the European allies and our NATO allies are so thankful that you are no longer president, and that we understand the importance of the greatest military alliance the world has ever known, which is NATO, and what we have done to preserve the ability of Zelensky and the Ukrainians to fight for their independence. Otherwise, Putin would be sitting in Kyiv with his eyes on the rest of Europe, starting with Poland. And why don't you tell the 800,000 Polish Americans right here in Pennsylvania how quickly you would give up for the sake of favor and what you think is a friendship with what is known to be a dictator who would eat you for lunch.
Vice President Harris, thank you. We've heard from both of you on Ukraine tonight. Afghanistan came up in the